Julie Paschkis is the illustrator, and I think that's an interesting story too, because she's illustrating something that is not part of her background. But could you talk a little bit about that
Sure.
process and those conversations?
Yeah, so actually Chronicle was interested in trying to find a Muslim artist to illustrate the book. But because this was back before social media, it proved to be a challenge. We came across her work and it was beautiful and inspired by many different cultures. She'd written about India and about yoga and different things, so we thought she'd be a great fit. And she really was very respectful, and she actually came up with the beautiful tile background on her own, inspired by Islamic tile art, which was a surprise to all of us and very welcome. But in terms of us, it was very collaborative in a way that most authors don't get to have that kind of input in picture books. But because the publisher was very sensitive to making sure it was all accurate and depicted properly, and Julie as well was very receptive to my comments. So I got to give her a lot of photographs and examples of what a mosque in America looks like, or what people might be wearing, and things like that. And of course the moon had to be very accurately depicted, because that's a big part of the story, as the moon changes shape over the month. So we had to make sure that on a certain page the moon was the right dimensions, and so all of that she was really great about.
And it's a great success story, I think, because there's a lot of discussion about writing and illustrating something outside of your culture or your experience, and so having your input to help make sure it is as authentic as possible, and then her being willing to take that input and work with you, and the publisher supporting that process and sort of thinking outside the box a little bit and sort of breaking the norms of how authors and illustrators interact or maybe don't interact, I think is just such a powerful example of what you can do when everybody is working together and you have someone working on the project who can really speak to the authenticity. The result is a beautiful book that is authentic and that has your stamp not only of approval, but sort of your influence too, which I think is so important.